The 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan has been completely revised for 2025, and it's brought some much-needed European flair to the compact SUV segment. Almost every aspect of the Tiguan is benefiting from this change, and that includes a more powerful motor, better technology by a long shot. The interior is spectacular. We're going to take this for a test drive and show you a lot of the changes, and best of all, this vehicle not just looks better, it's a little bit larger as well, which means more cargo space and more room for passengers. This third generation Tiguan has a lot of benefits, including 3 new exterior finishes: Avocado Green Pearl, Ascot Grey, and Monterey Blue Pearl, which is our test vehicle. Our test vehicle is the SEL R-Line, which is going to be the top of the line for this vehicle. European flair. Some of the improvements include adaptive lighting, illuminated Volkswagen logos both front and rear, and the R-Line grille comes with chrome accents and silver roof rails. LED lighting and a panoramic roof are standard. There are different trim levels for the Tiguan: the S, SE, SE R-Line, and the SEL R-Line, our test vehicle. Our test vehicle rides on 20-inch alloy wheels on all-season tires, and that R is right there to remind people driving around you you're driving the coolest version. The 2025 Tiguan is larger than its predecessor, but it's needed because there's a lot of benefits to that. More cargo space, more rear legroom, and of course, more interior space. The warranty is 4 years, 50,000 miles, but there is 2 years of scheduled maintenance. That's up to 20,000 miles. Inside the Volkswagen, the first thing you notice is that modern, clean, and spacious interior with real materials on our top trim line. That means real wood and real leather. The R-Line steering wheel is flat-bottomed, it is thicker, it is sportier, and this interior is really pretty. They do a great job with different designs. The Tiguan seats 5 people, and there's power-adjustable, massaging, ventilated, and heated front seats, heated steering wheel, that available leather upholstery, and genuine wood is available on the top trim levels. The very impressive 15-inch center screen and new 12-inch gauge package is quite impressive. We'll show you that when we get inside to take this for a test drive. The interior is cleaner, more modern, large glove box, real materials. They did a great job making this vehicle clean. Of course, the seating, that's pretty impressive as well. Heading into the second row, our SEL R-Line has heated rear seats, which is pretty impressive. Pockets behind each of the seats, and the seats fold 60/40. We'll talk about cargo space in a second. Right now you've got cup holders. Behind the center console, you've got 2 vents, 2 heated seat adjustments, as well as 2 USB-C charge ports. Again, this real pretty interior carries back to this row 2 outboard child safety seats. The 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan benefits from additional airbags for the driver's knee, the center, as well as the rear side. That's a total of 10 airbags, making this vehicle very safe. All Tiguans get standard forward collision alert and automatic braking, as well as blind spot warning system, standard adaptive cruise control, and lane centering feature. There's additional space now with the longer vehicle. However, there is no longer a third row option. 27 cubic feet of storage with the second row up. Fold down that 60/40 split seat, and you're at 59 cubic feet of storage. Underneath this cargo cover is a spare tire, which a lot of the competitors don't offer. Yes, it's a compact spare, but it's better to have a spare than use a tire inflation product, which a lot of brands are using to lighten the vehicle to get better fuel economy. Volkswagen knows that you need a tire to get back on the road. Around the back of the vehicle, you've got an upper wing, but this wiper blade still remains down low. I'd like to see it tucked up underneath. We're starting to see that with literally every brand, and they're doing that because these wiper blades are expensive and they get damaged just from the weather, whether it be cold or warm, and they're expensive. Volkswagen logo is illuminated, LED taillights across the back. I love the new design. Tiguan logo is here. SEL is our trim level, and 4Motion, meaning that it's all-wheel drive. Overall, I love the new colors, I love the new design, and I think they did a great job making this vehicle more usable. And if you want 3 rows, go to the Atlas. Under the hood is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and it's been goosed up an additional 17 horsepower for a total output of 201 horsepower. Backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission, it's available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, which Volkswagen calls 4Motion. There are different drive modes as well. Fuel economy on our test vehicle is 25 miles per gallon combined, 0 to 60 time, 8.2 seconds. Towing capacity is 1,500 pounds for the front-wheel drive and 1,800 pounds for the all-wheel drive. The first thing you'll notice when you get in this vehicle is they move the shifter from the center console to the column. which is fine because a lot of manufacturers are doing that. It just makes it nice and clean and easy to find what you want. And you twist to go to drive, you twist for reverse, you got your beautiful backup camera, really nice and crystal clear, and there is park assist as well. So lots of safety, neutral. You do it one more time, you can go into sport mode. Honestly, most people are going to drive this in sport mode. Let's be honest, we're going to put it in drive. We have different drive modes, different things, different feelings, the experience, as they call it. I love how they, so it's eco, comfort, sport, custom, off-road, and snow. As you go to each of the modes, the screen changes, beautiful graphics that are included. You're not going to put this in a race mode. We're going to put this in comfort mode. I would drive it in sport, but I think most time you're going to start it, it's automatically going to go into that. There's also atmospheres. This is the feeling you get when you drive it. So you can do the lounge, which is my favorite color, purple, very calming. You can do joy, which is the pink, nature, which is yellow, energetic, which would probably be my personality, it is red, minimal if you prefer the calmness, and you can also customize that. We're going to go into energetic because that's me. Going back to that center screen, when you go into this, you can also change the ambient lighting, which has different personalities as well. It's currently being controlled by, it says atmospheres, but you can also change that based on color, whether you want infinity, eternity, desire, I don't know what comes up with these names, euphoria, and vitality. So it also changes the colors around the gauges. As you can see, the yellow for vitality is pretty cool. I kind of like that. It goes along with this unique exterior color as well. And you can customize it. You go, I don't want any of those colors. Well, make what you want. Or you don't want anything. You can do that too. You can also change the brightness, and again, you can go into the customization modes and make whatever you want. They've done a really nice job with this technology. I mean, you're looking at a huge center screen, a big departure from what we had before. 15 inches of tablet is pretty normal when you're looking at tablets in general. Of course, you've got your phones, your audio system, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. You've got Harman Kardon audio, fantastic sound quality. So this vehicle also has Digital Cockpit Pro, which allows you to change everything. You got a nice 12-inch center screen, all digital, really nice. Your vents are here. And one thing you're going to notice right away is this modern, super clean, bright, just gives you a bigger feeling inside this car from previous Tiguan. Soft materials. There's real wood on the details, and real leather is available on the higher trim levels. Otherwise, you're going to get some artificial, plasticky type of leather. But for me, I like real leather. I love the feel of real wood. It's the best use of reusing resources that could have found themselves in the scrap pile. In addition, you've got your climate control for vented and heated seats, 3 stages for both. When you go into the seat settings, there's also massaging seats available. Again, we are driving the R-Line, so you're going to get the highest level of all the goodies that we want, and you can sync them, you can massage them. Going into the massage settings, you've got wave for the back, the lumbar. You can do the tapping, the circles, the upward strokes, the relaxation, or the back activation. I'd tell you what's really good about this, long road trips. Really, really beneficial. If you were out playing a game of some sport and you come back to the vehicle and you're like, I am just beat, this is a really nice feature to have. It can go up to 30 minutes and different intensity levels. So I give them a lot of credit for putting this in and doing it correctly. Because a lot of brands go, we have massaging and it's just a bunch of nothing. So they've done a really great job with that. Competitors don't all offer that. Going into the driver assistance features, they show you what you're looking for. Do you want the traffic sign recognition? Do you want it on? I actually like it. It looks like it's off. So we're going to activate that speed warning. I don't want that. It's kind of nice to know what the speed limit is. Forward collision warning, lane departure, and this in addition is blind spot detection. And if you go, I don't want it that way, just give me a list, not a problem. They have that too, and explanations for each with these little carrots here on the right. You can change whatever you want. If you go side assist, adaptive cruise control, all that can be adjusted, which is really nice. Again, everybody has it. Parking assist as well. Swiping over, you can adjust your sound for a beautiful 12-speaker Harman Kardon, and all of your information is here. You can set it up super easy. The picture of the car is great because you can adjust your head-up display, which is a gigantic head-up display, and it's crystal clear. Your drive modes, you can adjust your mirrors if you want them to go into reverse and tip down when you back up. I'm not a big fan of that, but a lot of people love it, and so it's available there if you want to access that. In addition, you can go into the vehicle and you can adjust the exterior and interior details of things you would use on a regular basis. Your headlights, your tires, your exterior. You can turn the vehicle around, your brakes, your easy open. I mean, all these things are really nice to have because not all the brands are doing that. Do you want the car to lock the doors when you take off? Do you want them to unlock when you hit the remote? I mean, all that stuff can be completely adjusted, and that includes the interior, your head-up display, your cockpit, all of that can be adjusted in here as well. Again, making it much easier than some of the competitors, making it much better than the previous generation. And like an iPad, press your button on the bottom here, and it'll just keep backing up till you get to a mixed screen. It does have, I like the elevation. It's kind of amusing. I'm not off-roading this vehicle. Sure, you could. It's got hill descent, which is not on right now. A lot of these features, again, you can adjust to whatever you want. A compass, maybe I don't want the oil temp, I want the coolant temp. Whatever it is that you want, that information can be adjusted here as well. You can go over and say, I don't want that. I just want to know this and customize it. It is completely customizable. They did a really nice job offering you options. And again, there's different screen choices that you can put here too that are preloaded. If you don't want any of the preloads, it gives you all the information that you might want. I think they did a really nice job on this. This is a really big departure. Just the whole feeling of the interior has improved dramatically. Flat bottom steering wheel, just love the details. And that is what this vehicle needed. Below that, all your climate control is integrated. Not my favorite thing. I think it just makes it a lot. It's very easy to use as long as it works. Vents here. You've got your 2 cup holders, which can be covered up. Volume is all it's here. Start, stop is now directly down. Parking brake, really simple to use. Storage is here. It can be hidden. There's also wireless charging and a small glove box. I mean, you got a huge glove box here, and you've got tons of storage in the door as well. All of this makes this a huge improvement over what they had in the past. So all of you laugh, oh, you live in Buffalo. In July, there must be snow. Well, we're in July. And it's 91 degrees. So no, we don't have snow. It does get very warm here. So the first thing you notice right away, besides the fantastic seats, although Volkswagen's always had really nice seating surfaces, so I think that this is just one step beyond. So they did a really nice job there. You can see all the yellow detail. If you don't want the yellow, you can change it to whatever color you want. I just picked yellow because it was vitality. And I'm wearing yellow today, so why not? I like the overall feel of this vehicle. It's got good pickup. It's well balanced. There only is one engine available. For 2026, they're supposedly adding an R-Line upgraded engine. So if you drive it and you go, I love this vehicle, I just wish it had a little bit more oomph, you might want to wait for the 2026, which we have not driven yet. We've seen it, but we have not driven it yet. So I'm sure it'll be a step beyond because that's what all the brands do. The next year they add on more things. They listen to what consumers have to say. But overall, this is an 8-speed transmission, which is great. No CVT, which is super smart because a lot of the competitors are doing that. Nissan is like all in on CVTs. I do not like CVTs. People don't like how they react. This is a real transmission with a real engine, and it performs, as all Volkswagens do, reliable. They're really nice to own because it includes maintenance for 2 years, which I think is a big plus. They also have that longer warranty, that 4 years, 50,000 miles, which again, another plus because many of the domestics are 336. Some of the Japanese are as well. And the only thing that's longer than this would be a Hyundai or a Kia or a Genesis product because they go 10 years, 100,000 miles, and everyone's starting to include some sort of maintenance. There are some brands that don't, so make sure that you check into that because it will cost you money. The overall experience though of driving this vehicle, the brakes are nicely balanced. We drive these vehicles for a week, so you're just getting a little snippet of my experience. But I love this gigantic glass roof. It just feels like you're part of the environment. Sometimes they'll put a glass roof in and you don't feel that, but they've done a nice job. The sills are a little high. I mean, I kind of like it. You can put your arm here. My sill test, it's a little high on the sills, but the front piece of glass is big. You have a higher seating position. You can see the roadway because the hood slopes forward, so that's really nice. And then also looking out the back, really nice and easy to see. You've got big mirrors on the side, which again, another improvement. And those can be adjusted manually or they can be adjusted through here. It depends how you want it set. But easy to use, great fuel economy, and a massive improvement overall performance, handling, braking, over the previous generation. Not that it was bad, because I liked the previous Tiguan, and it sold really well, and it's one of the class leaders. I just think this is that much better. It was something that was needed. And this vehicle is overall larger. My sister-in-law has an Atlas. She loves it. But I'll tell you, this Tiguan might even impress her to think about releasing her Atlas, even though this is 2-row, like we said. But how many people need the 3-row? And that may be why Volkswagen decided if you want a 3-row, you move to an Atlas. You want a 2-row, the Tiguan's the way to go. Now that, again, may change for 2026. We don't have all the details. But as of this review, there is nothing but a 2-row available in the Tiguan, which is fine because how big do you need it? But overall, big improvements. Just love this interior because no matter how great the vehicle looks on the outside, the interior is where you live. And I want to see a screen where I can glance over quickly and see what my vehicle is doing, or look up and see my head-up display, which can be adjusted very simply in the center screen. Gauge is easy to read. I can personalize the colors I like, and everyone has their own favorite color. Mine's purple, but right now, since I'm wearing yellow, I went with the yellow. But easy to use, big. What I do like is the big stalks on the steering column. I think that's a big plus. And the reason I like that is when you're driving and you want to find a turn signal and you have small hands like I do, you want to be able to reach everything. So they've thought about who's using this vehicle, and I think this would make a great beginner car or first car or for a college student because it's an SUV. They can get you everything you need. But then in addition, it's a great vehicle you can keep with you for years. Now we'll go into our little handling course here. Down in the corners, this vehicle is really nice. Now we're still in comfort. So now we'll go into sport mode. We'll re-drive these roads and see how it handles. So you immediately find that the shift points change, which is pretty easy to do. What we're looking for is a difference in the handling. Now what we're looking for is a difference in the drive experience in the sport mode. It allows you to apply the power easier. Very nice. Oh, almost makes it. Almost. Wow. Tight turning radius, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Rear cross traffic alerts. Got all the safety features. I love it. All right. Oh, I like this vehicle. They did a really good job just making it a little bit more. I'd like to see more power personally, but when you're buying a vehicle in this category, I don't think you're looking for a performance vehicle. Not at this price point. You'd have to step up to a higher price point. But if there's a demand or an appetite for it with Volkswagen, they do know how to build performance vehicles. I love the Golf R, and I'd like to see them add a performance option to this vehicle. Now that may come in the next year. We'll be keeping our eyes on it, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. All the news lives on Car Coach Reports, and here is where all the car reviews are on Car Smarts. Good acceleration. It's not a race car, but I'll tell you what, this is enough for an on-ramp to avoid an accident, to accelerate away from a situation. And I think that's what consumers are looking for. They're looking for something that they can feel confident in when they drive it every single day. But the seats are comfortable. I do like the leather seating surfaces, the vented. That's something I'm gonna have to turn on because boy, do we need the vented seats today. The vented seats, they get cold really quickly. And that's needed on a hot day like today. And when it's cold here in Buffalo, and I know you love to tease me, we have 3-stage heated seats. And I know that Volkswagen does a great job with the heated steering wheel as well as the heated seats. There are some pros and cons when it comes to the 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan. First up, I love the new interior, love the new design, and the big center screen is a big plus. Easy to use, touch screen, and very fast. Crystal clear backup camera as well, which makes a difference. The only negative that I could find was there's no 3-row option, but you can always go up to the Volkswagen Atlas, which is a very popular vehicle. Who would have thought that years ago, Volkswagen was always known for little cars, and now they're known for bigger vehicles. There are a ton of competitors in this category that are very popular, although this is a very popular vehicle in the compact SUV category. Starting with the Honda CR-V, the Mazda CX-5, the Ford Bronco Sport, Kia Sportage, Toyota RAV4, Mitsubishi Outlander, Hyundai Tucson, and the Nissan Rogue. It's a big selection, and I highly recommend you test drive all the vehicles and then check with your insurance agent to find out which one's going to meet your needs, not just the price of the car, but also your insurance payment's going to make a huge difference. And the Tiguan includes scheduled maintenance, and some of the competitors don't, so make sure to check that out as well. The 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan comes in a big spread of pricing, starting at $30,900 and going all the way up to $41,180, which is the price of our test vehicle, including destination and delivery. If you have any additional questions about the Volkswagen Tiguan or any of their competitors, put it down in the comments below. If you got value from this video, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. That's down in the description, as well as all of our social media and more information about this vehicle. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.